I'm Rob Sesternino, and here today on a very special one-year anniversary edition of News AF, we're about to talk about the internet's most exciting stories for the week of Tuesday, October 25th, 2016. And for the very first time, we present the a cappella theme song of News AF.
If a story is buzzing like song crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news gets you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual news.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Okay,
Wow.
and whatever the director does when they cut off the singing, Ollie. I mean,
Wow.
You play more music over that.
Tyson, that was beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah,
You're the voice of an angel.
unrehearsed.
Yes.
Voice of an angel.
Mhm.
Thank you. Yeah,
Ty-
I've always been told that.
Tyson, happy 1-year News AF anniversary to you.
Same to you, and
Yeah.
also to Danny, right?
Yeah,
And
I
to
think
Danny.
we're common law podcast married
Yes.
Yeah.
every year.
Well, it's mostly happy podcasting anniversary to Danny, most of
Yeah.
all. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah,
I kind of came into this,
marriage.
this polyam, whatever it is, marriage.
Yes.
And you guys have invited me in. It's been a great year. Can't
Yeah.
believe how
Oh,
quickly
yeah.
it passed. It probably would have been a slow prison sentence had it not been for this podcast.
Yeah. Well, there's a few interesting milestones. I guess when they do the oral history of News AF that, Tyson and I had been podcasting for some time. I think we had actually done shows before then because I'm trying to Tyson, do you remember when there was a thing called Blab that we used to do podcasts on?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
I
pretty
do remember
sure that we had already gone up to Blab and even had done like podcasts with Danny while we were at Blab earlier
Yeah.
in the month of October 2015. But I believe that it wasn't until this week in 2015 that we coined the name News AF. So technically, I think we've been podcasting with Danny for probably almost 13 months at this point. But,
Wow.
Yeah, they'll be teaching this history to school children 1,000 years from now.
yes.
A baker's dozen.
Yes. Tomorrow, October 26th, will be the 1-year anniversary of the first branded News AF podcast. So happy
Wow.
anniversary to News AF.
Yeah, feel free to send us expensive gifts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, had you guys read some of the beautiful messages left by News AF fans in our Facebook Group AF?
Not yet.
Do you want to read some out loud? Maybe
There-
the most beautiful?
Well, they're very lengthy in terms of like
Ooh.
that's how beautiful they are. They're just many like Jen Manning penned several hundred words, as did David Baltazar. Some very very kind words from the News AF listeners.
Which
Okay,
one of
well-
those do you want tattooed on your back, Rob? We'll let
There's
you
not
pick.
enough room. There's not enough room.
Not enough room?
It would have to be like
Wow.
a point font.
I'm going to
Well,
have to
thank
get on
you.
the Facebook thing.
All those
My
people.
Facebook link, for some reason, on my phone does not work. Whenever I click any notifications from the Facebook page,
Yeah.
it just goes to a blank page and says error.
Does anybody know somebody at Facebook? Maybe we might be able to get some
Yeah.
tech support. Does anybody know Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah. Anybody know the Zucks?
If
The
somebody
Zucks.
knows the Zuck, then they could get Tyson's Facebook pic. Is it just for Group AF or is it all things Facebook are not working?
Only Group AF, dude. Any notification I
Wow,
get
maybe
from that
we're being
group.
censored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think
They're
that
watching
somebody
us.
reported you to Facebook? You got banned maybe from your own Facebook
No.
group?
I wouldn't think so because I'm verified.
I don't
You
know.
know? So
Maybe
you know what
somebody
kind of
just ate
special
it.
privileges. Yeah. That I at first thought it was from a post that had been deleted, like, oh, I got a notification for a post. And then when I checked it, it had already been deleted for some reason. But that's not the case because I got on my laptop and checked it out. So yeah, I'll figure it out probably, maybe.
Okay. I hope
Please
so.
do. Please
We'll
do.
see. We'll
Yeah.
see if Tyson can get back on the Facebook group.
Yeah. I'm on it, but yeah, I have limited access.
If not,
Um,
you could delete your Facebook and make a new one.
That's a good idea. I'll do that. Start over, start afresh.
Just start new. Just start new on Facebook.
Okay, I will. I had an awakening last night.
Whoa, an awakening. You're woke?
Wait,
Yeah.
you were sleeping and then you had an awakening?
No, I was awake and had an awakening, so it's extra.
A double
Whoa.
awakening?
Yeah.
It's like
I was
Inception,
at-
dream within a dream.
I was at a concert last night, Tool. Did one of Danny's favorite bands, which
Yes.
Danny was not present for,
No.
but I was. So I went to Danny's favorite band concert, and Danny wasn't there.
Okay. Yeah, we all. Okay.
Okay,
Move on.
did we get that part?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. And I'm looking around, and I like the band Tool, and I like all the bands that I've gone to see in concert, but I realized that concert-going people are not my people.
Why do you think I don't go to concerts?
Yeah, I was sitting there, and I was like, the dude behind us was just screaming "F you" with his two birdie fingers raised in the air over and over and over again. Like, I don't know why. And I was like, oh, Jesus, dude, we had the annoying guy in front of us 2 weeks ago, and now we got the annoying guy behind us. And then I was like, no matter where you sit in a concert, the annoying guy is either right in front of you or right behind you. That's how it always goes. Because that's everybody at the show, pretty much.
Isn't there that old saying where if you go to a concert and if the annoying person isn't the person to your left or isn't the person to your right, it's you?
Is that
wow?
a saying?
That is wise. That's
Yeah.
wise saying. Is that Plato or Socrates?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. So Tyson, you're done with concerts now after this dream, after this premonition?
This vision from God.
Yes.
Yeah. You opened your third eye.
I'm definitely going to be more selective on the shows I go to. I think I can go to like 1 or 2 concerts a year, but that's maxed out.
Go to Mumford's and Sons. You probably won't have any of that.
You don't think? I think that
nobody's screaming "F you" at Mumford.
I think that the type of people who go to Mumford and Sons and the people who go to Tool are very different people. I could
but they're
be
still
wrong.
super annoying, I bet.
Well, what you're describing is you're describing all intoxicated people. That's the problem. Is you need to go to a place or a concert where alcohol is not served.
Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Yeah, you're not going to get a guy standing up screaming "F you" at the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. But I understand your pain, Tyson. That's why I don't go. I totally get that. That's why I did not want to go with you guys.
Yeah. So 2 weeks ago, Rob, when I was in the other concert, I was there, and this drunk dude was punching the sky around him so vigorously. And then he thought there was another row of chairs in front of him, but it was actually a railing to a 20-foot drop.
Oh,
and
no.
he had one leg over the railing. And in my mind, I was like,
do it.
Please fall. Do it. And I was like, I don't want you to die, but I want you to have to be evacuated from close to me.
Yeah.
Like if they're like, oh, you can still watch, but you have to watch from a stretcher down in the medical zone. That's fine. Because he's away from me.
Yeah.
So
did you consider throwing yourself from the balcony so that you could listen from a stretcher?
Yeah, I should have. I mean, it left a sour taste in my mouth because I was like, the concert wasn't that bad, but that kid really kind of ruined part of the experience for me.
It sounds like the optimal music experience for you, Tyson, is at home with a headset, and some candles.
Well, that's kind of how I do my podcasting.
Yeah. No, you have candles going?
I could pretty quickly here. Rachel has quite a few candles in this house.
So let me just get this straight. So the awakening you had was you don't like concert people. You actually did go to the Tool concert. That was not a dream.
No, I actually did go to the Tool concert, and at the Tool concert is when I had the awakening. Like,
no surprise at the Tool concert you had an awakening, because that's what they sing about that quite often.
That's true.
It's just unfortunate that your awakening was that you don't belong with them.
They pried open your third eye, Tyson, and you got some great insight.
Yeah, my third eye was open. The eyeball theme was definitely a reoccurring theme with the Tool show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to know what? And I told you this just a couple of days ago, that Google dreams just like all of Tool's arts. If you've ever seen any of Google's AI dreams, they look like Tool art. It's very bizarre.
Yeah, I have seen Tool art.
Google.
So, well, let's get on with the news, dude.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to understand Danny's last sentence.
Yeah, so Google, I don't know how you qualify dreaming, but supposedly they have this program where Google can dream, meaning, I don't know, you should look it up. It's AI can dream, and it paints these pictures that are very strange. Very, very bizarre.
Google
Very
can
strange.
dream.
Yeah, it's not like you or I dreaming. I don't even know what it really means. I see all these pictures that are put out by people who write these programs that supposedly is like the AI dreaming. But look it up in your free time. We don't want to bore the listeners of
Tyson,
News AF with this.
Do any of your Android devices dream?
Possibly. I mean, I don't know. They haven't communicated that to me.
Okay. Well, let me know if they have an awakening.
Yeah, I will. Maybe they had the same awakening I did, and they're like, we don't belong at this concert.
Okay. Well, let's get into some of our stories from this week. And if you recall way back when, Tyson, we were talking about the pizza rat. Well, now Australia has their own version of the pizza rat, and it is a giant huntsman spider that walks around with a dead rat.
My wife refused to watch this video. Last night.
Yeah. Terrifying. The huntsman spider has been a recurring theme. He's almost like our mascot.
Yeah, if we were to have a flag, we'd have the huntsman spider on it and various fast food items, I think.
But wait, are huntsman spiders poisonous?
Not to humans, from what I read last night.
Okay.
Just to the rat?
Just to the mouse that it was dragging. I think it was dragging it up the face of a refrigerator.
Yeah, it was.
Which is crazy.
All right, so I have the video. I'm not sure that I'm on the road this week. We have some live podcasts that we're doing in New York on Tuesday night and Wednesday night. So I'm actually in my mom's house in a childhood bedroom. I'm not sure exactly. My brother took over this room. I'm not sure what this lamp is supposed to be now. It's like he's built some sort of some sort of a lamp that's a water pump. I don't know why you needed that. We got an old cable box as well here in the background, but let me go ahead and do what I can. I'm going to try to play this video off my iPhone and see if you guys can hear this. Hold on, let's try this.
Oh, it's also NSFW.
What's he gonna do?
Wow.
Man, that is so cool.
Yeah. What's he going to do? What is he going to do with it? Well, I got one idea.
What's the idea?
I think he's going to eat that rat.
How does a spider eat a rat?
Slowly.
With its mouth?
One bite at a time. Same
Not
way
an
you eat an
anaconda.
elephant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because you'd think with fangs they can't really. How does a spider eat a rat? How does a spider eat anything?
Don't they drain it?
They drain it.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's going to drain it of its fluids. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. This is just a horrifying story. So this was from central Queensland, and that he caught this spider dragging the rodent around. It has 6 million views so far of this Facebook video.
Wow.
All it takes for you to have
a spider.
Yeah. Tyson, what kind of gimmick could you do with the huntsman spider to get a lot of views for News AF? Maybe drag Bergen around? Like pull her stroller?
Yeah, if it would just pull her stroller and then change her diaper.
Yeah, give it a tiny spider harness.
Yeah, well, we have also a little dog here, so it could do something with that, like a dance.
Yeah.
Like some type of choreographed dance routine.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Hey, when you were in Australia, did you ever see a huntsman spider, Tyson?
I don't think so, but what kind of spiders do they have in the Philippines? Because when I lived in the Philippines, I one time woke up in the middle of the night to take a leak, and I flipped the toilet lid down, and behind the toilet lid was a giant spider, like bigger than the palm of my hand, and it had a cockroach in its mouth. And when I ran and got my camera and took a picture of it, its eyes, it had red eye from the camera.
Wow. Oh my gosh. How close were you to getting your wang bit?
Oh no.
I don't know, because wasn't not in the head of the spider, but I can imagine the spider wanted to.
Yeah, spiders love biting wang. That's what we've learned from that Australia
Absolutely.
guy.
Is there any benefit to this story? Would you rather have the huntsman spider or the mouse running around the house, Danny?
Oh, well, for the sake of like not listening to my wife scream so loud I can't hear anything, I think I'd rather have the mouse. That would elicit one squeak, right? My wife would scream once, but with the spider, it would be nonstop screaming.
Yeah, it's terrible. I think I'd rather have the mouse also, Tyson. It's too bad there wasn't a mouse carrying around a dead spider.
I mean, the
Yeah.
mouse only carries around deadly diseases like the plague, in other words, the spider.
Yeah, the spider is relatively
It's
safe, but it's got 8 legs.
and looks scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danny, that in international political news, that you mentioned the Philippines. Have you been following any of the comments made by the president of the Philippines?
Yeah, you mean calling our president the son of a whore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on there? I was reading some articles and there was some news. This is maybe getting too much into the real news for News AF, but the president of the Philippines had some strong words for President Obama. But he's been like making these obscenity-laced statements, which seem odd for the leader of an actual country.
Well, the president of the Philippines has opened up. It's open warfare against drug dealers there.
Yes.
And he's allowing anybody to go out and shoot, anyone who's even suspected of dealing drugs or crooked cops. And so obviously that's going to bring some condemnation from other countries, including our own. And, well, that's why he said what he said. Tyson's lived in the Philippines.
Yes.
Tyson and the Filipino people seem to like him so far.
So far.
I mean,
Well, what, you want me to make a plea with this guy, or what are you?
well, I'm just saying.
Let me read his quote, or as much of it as I can, from a press conference on Saturday. He said, "You sons of whores, your euro, that's a piece of paper. You run out of toilet paper, you wipe up your ass. You guys are BS. Why am I saying this? It sounds like the height of vulgarity. You started it." I think you're a son of a whore, I think, is one of his catchphrases.
Is this a quote from Trump?
No. This is the the president of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Durante.
We can
Well,
have a
it's good.
president like this if we all voted a certain way.
Yeah, well, it's good to know that if Donald Trump does in fact become president, we'll at least have one ally.
Well, yeah, he's not mincing words, the President Durante.
Yeah,
Maybe
he's threatened to become best friends with China and Russia.
Yeah.
So
Who did?
The president of the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
He's like, hey, I don't want to be friends with you guys anymore. I'm going to go chill with Russia and China because they're super cool.
Right, your enemies.
And they don't make fun of me for what I do, which makes sense. That's a typical response.
He doesn't want to be bullied.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's a strict anti-bully.
All right. Well, maybe some of our listeners in the Philippines could shed some more light on this, because these comments do seem out of line for a world leader.
Here's a question. Are they being translated, or is he saying that in broken English?
I think it's being translated. I think he's probably speaking.
So
that
it's probably a little bit more elegant what he really said. If he speaks Tagalog, Tyson could translate for us.
Maybe. I don't know a lot of those words in Tagalog, though.
You don't know son of a whore in Tagalog?
I might be able to figure it out.
Hopefully.
They didn't teach you the right kind of Tagalog on your mission, Tyson.
No, I guess not.
All right, well, let's talk about some other news this week. This is a story sent to us by John Johnston. I've been seeing this everywhere. General Mills has announced that in January they will be releasing 2 flavors of Girl Scout Cookie cereal.
It's about time.
Tyson, yeah, you're in on that?
Oh, balls deep, bro.
Yes. Okay. Get your merit badge ready.
Okay.
They are Thin Mint and Caramel Crunch, which will resemble the Samoa cookies. So that's Thin Mint
Samoa's
cereal
my favorite.
and Caramel Crunch. Why not call it Samoa cereal, Tyson?
I don't know. Maybe there's some type of trademark on it where they can't, or maybe they've learned that naming things after other countries can only get you in trouble.
Yeah. You don't want Samoa. Well, Samoa, is that a country, or is that sort of I feel like I've heard
Territory?
like American Samoa.
American Samoa is an American territory, and Western Samoa is its own country.
Oh, I didn't know that, Tyson. Look at you.
I'm pretty certain that's how it goes. Danny?
As long as you can say it with confidence, Tyson, it's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 100% factual right there, guys.
Don't look
All
it
right.
up.
Danny, I know you have a sweet tooth. Would you be so inclined to try out Girl Scout cereal?
I've been sitting here trying to remember the cereal that came out looking like cookies. They had. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp. That's what it was. You know, I've tried Cookie Crisp and it wasn't very good. And
Yeah, but
I wonder with these flavors, right? Thin Mint, Caramel Crunch.
Mhm.
How good is Thin Mint as a cereal?
Probably not great, but
Yeah,
I'm
not
thinking
great.
the caramel one is going to be delicious.
Yeah, the thing about mint is that you like a little bit of mint. There's no food that's mint, Danny.
It's not
Yeah.
that's not a breakfast flavor. Mint? No, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, you brush your teeth in the morning.
No, I don't. I already brushed them last night. Dude, I don't need to brush twice.
You haven't
in
eaten
24
redundant.
hours. That's insane.
At this point, it's redundant. He didn't
Yeah.
eat it. He hasn't eaten anything yet, so why would he need to brush his teeth again?
Yeah, although I
Good
should
point.
because I wear retainers at night, and that's basically like you put those retainers on and you just trap all those delicious
Yeah.
flavors.
It's like a petri dish.
It's like a petri dish, and it just cultivates overnight. I can't even imagine how bad my breath is in the morning.
Tyson, are you in on this mint food?
No, I'm not a big. I like a little bit of mint, like you said. Like when you go to Olive Garden, they bring you an Andy's mint at the end of it. I always take 2 or 3 of
Yeah.
those. But
Yeah, that's after
as
the
my
meal.
Yeah, I don't want like a mint spaghetti.
Chocolate mint cereal.
And
Yeah,
Tyson's
no.
not having breadsticks and salad for breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I'm definitely in on the Samoa flavored one.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. That one I'm down with. But the idea of mint cereal, nobody else is trying this.
Why don't they do the other cookies? Because they have the
What other ones? What do you like? Tag-alongs?
Well, my favorite are the Samoas, so everything else just comes second. But there are there's the tag-alongs, there's the lemon ones. The tag-alongs are the peanut butter ones, right?
Tag-along is peanut butter. I think that's chocolate peanut butter.
I think there's a
no,
lemon one.
there's a chocolate peanut butter, and then there's like
No,
a
it's just
peanut butter one.
yeah. There's a regular peanut butter one, and then there's I think there's a lemon cookie.
Yes.
So they could have gone a lot of different ways with this, and the fact that they chose that, I think the Thin Mint is their second or most popular cookie.
Yeah, that's probably why they're doing it. Not because it tastes good, just because it's popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, are they going to sell this in the store, Danny, or are girls going to come to your house, or like when you try to harass you when you get out of the supermarket?
That's a good question. And I was also wondering if they do sell them on the shelf at a grocery store, will the Girl Scouts be getting, a share of the profits? I'm sure, right? They have to.
Right. Yeah, this is a good question. Tyson, do you feel like that the Girl Scout cookies are overpriced?
Yeah, for cookies, but I'll still buy them if somebody approaches me on it.
Do they sell
guess
them
so.
door to door? How do Girl Scouts cookies get sold?
They do sometimes,
purchased
but they
any ever.
usually just hang out in front of a grocery store or somewhere public. And as you're passing, they're like, "Want to buy Girl Scout cookies?" Little known fact: I made a video once where I went and bought like a couple $100 worth of Girl Scout cookies, and then me and my friend went door to door and sold them for an elevated price.
Wow.
You're
Yeah, we were
quite the
selling them
businessman.
We were selling for $10 a box.
Yeah. And people did that, but was your friend menacing? Was it like, please just go away, don't rob us?
No, not at all. We were
Not
completely unmenacing. People don't know the price. They just know that they're overly expensive.
Yeah,
So
they
when
don't
you
know
take
how
a
much.
$5 box of cookies and say it's $10, they're like, that sounds right.
I would think they're like $8.
I
Yeah.
can't believe they're $5.
Yeah.
Dude, I can buy 2 packages of those chewy, what are they?
Chips
Highway.
Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy. I can buy 2 of those for the price of 1 Girl Scout cookie box. No, thank you.
Danny, have you considered going door to door selling Chips Ahoy for elevated prices? They're Boy Scout cookies.
Pretty sure the cops would be calling me, and I'd probably be accused of being a crackhead.
Yeah.
Why?
Or not
Why
having
was-
a business license?
Well, because it's going to be gross, and I'm not going to sell the entire box of
Yeah.
the cookies. I'm going to open it up and sell a row at a time.
A sleeve.
A
Yeah.
sleeve.
Right. I don't think there's anything illegal about that. You could go ahead and
No, there's nothing illegal, but there's
if you were the
something
ice
weird.
cream man, you could do it.
Mm,
If you had a truck,
just follow the ice cream man
Cookie
around
truck.
and then sell it as like an accessory to the ice cream. Hey,
Yeah,
would
yeah,
you
would
like
you
that?
like a sandwich? Would you like to turn that into a sandwich?
That's a great idea.
yeah. All right. Well, a lot of stories still in the news about Ken Bone. He's been trying to do some work to, I don't know, either rehabilitate his image or further cash in. He appeared in an iZod commercial and a local pizza commercial for a restaurant in Missouri. Have you guys had a chance to watch the Ken Bone pizza commercial?
Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty painful.
It was really not good.
But
Yeah,
I
it was
was
bad.
I was on a news site and I was scrolling down, and you know how they have those like weird gifs where like someone's like holding a check.
Right.
They had this guy like cash your checks or get your whatever money right now, and it was Ken Bone.
Yeah.
Trying to shove a check in my face, and I thought he's
Wow.
doing it all wrong. He's
Ken
trying
Bone.
to stay, he's trying to stay the course with his current trajectory, but he needs to go quick and fast and flame out. He's just doing it all wrong.
Yeah, I had played this for Nicole, for my lovely wife, Nicole, and I was trying to ask her what she thought about this. First, let me just play you a little bit of Ken Bone talking about Pizza World.
The presidential debates, but when it comes to pizza, there's no debate about it. Pizza World delivers the world's finest flavors. Yes, Pizza World, making pizza great again.
Ken, wait. You can't say that. Someone's already using that tagline.
Who?
I'm not sure. Let's try something different.
Okay, how about
It's so stupid that first of all, it looks terrible. It looks it was a garbage commercial, and Nicole said it looks like they shot it with like an iPhone 5 that they shot this commercial. It sounds terrible, and the writing is terrible. Where it's like Ken Bone is like, "Hey, Pizza World, making pizza great again," and then the guy off camera is like, Ken, you can't say that. I think somebody's already using that." And Ken Bone is like, "Who?" And the guy is like, I don't know, but I don't think.
Yeah.
Somebody
I don't know.
How do you? I mean, it's so stupid. It's like they're both dumb. That Ken Bone is so stupid he doesn't know that Donald Trump says "Make America Great Again." The announcer's like, I don't think you should use that. Somebody's using that. Who? I don't know.
They should have had Ken Bone walking around slapping people in the face with a piece of pizza, and then that would have been exciting with like a red leather jacket.
Oh, dude, the bad boy. Finally,
the bad boy.
Full bad boy.
Yeah, just walking around with a pizza rolled up. Yeah, bad
Ken Bone. That's the campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would have made a great pizza commercial. Already we've made a better commercial in like
that would have been
seconds.
better. I mean, what could they have paid Ken Bone to do this? Tyson, did he get $2,000 to do this?
No, he got coupons.
Free
He
pizza.
didn't get. Yeah, he probably got free pizza. Maybe he might have gotten paid a little bit, but I bet he just got pizza coupons.
Terrible job by Ken Bone. This was the idea I said to Nicole, that Ken Bone went about this all wrong. Ken Bone should have been trying to do something good. Like I said, the idea I pitched to Nicole was there's lots of people. It's almost winter. People are going to be cold. Give us your old sweaters. Let's give sweaters to the homeless.
Nice.
And then people would have been like, "Oh, Ken Bone. Oh, look at this guy. Look at Ken Bone. I thought he would have been like trying to cash in or do something to be famous. He's doing something good. I like this Ken Bone." But he's gone 100. I don't know what degrees.
75 degrees.
Yeah,
the wrong direction.
Completely the wrong direction. Ken Bone. Terrible.
How disappointed do you think his wife is in him? Where she's just like, Ken, stop trying, dude.
Well, you don't think that maybe all of the porn comments that they found out about that was like the first straw?
That was the first straw, but then he's like, "No, honey, I can turn this into something profitable for us."
Yeah.
And then he goes and does this, and she's just like, "Kenny, please, you're growing further apart from me, and nobody likes you anymore."
He's a step away from the Ken Boner porn. I mean, like seriously, if this after this commercial, I mean, I think how tempting that 100 G's must be. This is how they sucker you in to do that the porn video when you're a reality internet star.
Is that what
Is
they
it really
do?
getting suckered?
I don't know. I don't know what's in the video.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know if anybody's getting suckered or not.
No, I don't. So I don't know what kind of script. It's probably a great script,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably have the Coen brothers writing it.
It's over for Ken Bone. That's it. He's all done. Yeah, he's trying to pitch for iZod, for Uber, and I can't believe. Although I was at dinner with my mom and my sister yesterday, and they did not know about Ken Bone's Reddit history. So maybe in the mainstream media, this really hasn't hit for people. I think a lot of people don't know about the downside of Ken Bone.
Maybe people with dial-up internet like your mom haven't heard of him yet.
Yeah. That was that they obviously knew who he was, but they didn't know about the like they knew the extent of that there was sexy Ken Bone Halloween costumes, and that was like the last they heard about Ken Bone.
No, if that's the last thing you ever heard, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, I think that the Ken Bone like they haven't really gotten into the real underbelly of the Ken Bone story.
It's a big belly. Lots of
seedy,
stuff under there.
Big underbelly.
Yeah.
The seedy underbelly.
Yeah. This is an interesting story about a man in Indianapolis claims this week to have successfully used his Blockbuster card as ID to buy alcohol. He said that it took him 15 tries, but eventually he was able to use his Blockbuster card as proof that he was old enough to buy liquor.
You know, the next time I have to give a motivational speech, if that ever happens, I'm going to use this story about trying and actually having success.
Yeah. Time and time again.
Like, I like this story more before when it was sounded like that he didn't have his ID and he was like trying to convince the guy of like, look, I'm old enough. I graduated high school and this like, and then eventually got to look, I have a Blockbuster card. Like, okay, good enough for me. But it sounds like he just went to store after store with a Blockbuster card to try to prove his point.
Not surprising someone eventually sold him alcohol.
Yeah. You wonder if he was carded at that place and was like, hey, just so you know, I got a Blockbuster card.
Guy's like, I don't care. What do you want?
Yeah. Tyson, what's the youngest somebody could be and have a Blockbuster card?
Let's see. When did Blockbuster fully go out of business? That's what you'd have
2008. Let's just guess.
Okay. And then say a 16-year-old could have done that?
I don't think it was that long ago.
No. Okay.
I feel like that there was Blockbusters within the last 5 years.
Okay.
2010.
Yeah. And then how old did you have to be to have your own Blockbuster card? Like 12?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
a good question.
Well, that's what we have to figure out.
I think you technically could be not 21 years old and have a Blockbuster card.
No,
Let's say 18 so you could rent rated R movies.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
So 18. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. I think you could even be younger than that.
Yeah.
And who's also to say that that wasn't his mom's Blockbuster card?
Oh, yeah, because it wasn't a photo ID.
No.
Yeah, there's no photo ID on there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think technically he could be, but he probably wasn't under 21.
Should Blockbuster have sold alcohol, Danny?
Yes. Yes,
Would they still be in business if they had alcohol?
If it was Blockbuster / liquor store.
Yeah, they'd be something else, but they'd definitely still be in business.
Yeah, because I mean, Netflix and chill really got that going. So I wonder if maybe if Blockbuster would have had, you know, some sort of like Blockbuster and booze, then maybe you would have maybe had that still be a part of American society.
Nice. They could have had their own hashtag, Blockbuster and booze.
Well, there weren't hashtags at that point, but yeah, it could have been something.
By now, if they could have only stayed alive till hashtags were around.
They were this close. They were this close. Up in Canada, another Canadian heist in the works. Female mannequins this time, Danny, have been going missing in Ontario. 11 female mannequins have been stolen, often with their clothing ripped off and left behind. These break-ins have been going on since May, and police are asking for the public's help in trying to solve this case. Danny, what's going on here?
I think that it's pretty simple. The fact that the clothes were left behind, the fact that they took 11, all leads to some kind of lonely individual who also is a seamstress.
A seamstress.
This is a risky crime to me.
Yeah.
I think that if you get caught, this is not only theft, but you could be a sex offender.
Sex offender, sex crime. Yeah,
sex crime.
Danny,
crime of passion. A crime of passion.
Is somebody trying to build the Canadian version of the Scarlett Johansson sex robot?
with just pieces from these mannequins. It's
Yes.
possible, or they're trying to recreate Kanye West's famous picture where he's in bed with all the naked celebrities.
Oh, are they celebrity mannequins?
No, but he's going to make them celebrity mannequins.
Yeah. Interesting. One of the mannequins was wearing a $160 prom dress. They ripped off the prom dress and threw it on the floor. Just took the mannequin. Tyson, isn't that leaving money on the table?
Well, $160 prom dress retail. The street value of that is much less.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you open up the trunk of your car to sell that prom dress at a Maverick, hey, you need a prom dress? It's a hard sell because that's a very special buyer during only a short time of the year.
Yeah.
Try and sell that in, like February. How many people are going to be out there buying that prom dress?
So we know that this, I'm going to assume it's a guy, but it could be a girl, is going after these, high school mannequins?
Sounds
not
like,
sure.
Yeah. With prom
So high school
dresses.
mannequins, beware.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
The store owner that was robbed, she told the police, it looks like somebody has a fetish for mannequins.
Yeah,
That
you
was
want to
her
know what's
working theory.
You want to know what's going to be weird? If you're a friend of this guy, you go to his house next time and you go into the basement and he has all these mannequins in like real life positions, like watching TV. I mean, no matter what he does with these mannequins, it's going to be weird.
Well, what if he's opening
Unless-
up his own clothes store?
Oh, well then, yeah, he's got it covered. It's a perfect cover.
Yeah.
Or what if he's dressing them up in scary stuff for Halloween decorations?
Oh yeah, that is a good theory. I like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's a few non-creepy things he could be doing with these things.
I think so.
Only a handful, not a lot. If you have a mannequin and you're not in a store,
If you have a
pretty
naked
creepy.
lady mannequin, if you have a bunch of naked lady mannequins, then
Their eyes are always open.
Well, Tyson, at what point does it become creepy? If you have a bunch of naked lady mannequins, but you called it art, would that then be creepy?
yeah, it would be, but it would be accepted by the artistic community.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not necessarily sold that this is anything just because it's a naked lady mannequin heist.
Rob,
yes.
you know that pornography is art.
It could be. I mean, they say, what's the definition of pornography versus art? And they say that, I could show it to me and I'll tell you.
This is art. What we're doing right now is art,
You could argue.
Yeah.
right?
You could argue.
This podcast should be in the Met.
Let's go, Met.
Yeah. Well, I think that no matter what, unless this guy has got his own clothing line, this is a creepy crime.
Creepy
Perfect for
crime.
Halloween. Yep.
Creepy crime. Well, we'll see if we ever apprehend the mannequin thief and find out what he was ultimately doing.
Yeah.
You-
Is
you
this
don't
linked to all the
black
other
line.
Canadian heists, or is this a completely separate heisting?
No, it's linked. They're all linked.
One big crime. We need like a cork board with put a connecting cheese,
An entire
mannequin,
room.
almonds.
An entire room where Rachel's like, Rob, I just had to call you. I don't know what's wrong with Tyson, but he's talking gibberish. He doesn't sleep. He locks himself in this back room that he won't let me even peek into.
He
And then
just
I'm
had an
in there.
awakening.
Yeah,
He's had an
lines
awakening.
drawn to different suspects, to the Prime Minister of Canada, all the way down.
Philippines. Yeah.
The Philippines.
It's all connected. All of News AF is one big connected story. We'll eventually
Wow.
crack
the code. Stay tuned.
We're working on one big case. Eventually, put all the hashtags together, unscramble them. One day we'll figure it all out. Okay. Here's another piece to the puzzle. Over in Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's, according to Alicia Rosen, she sent us a story that on Halloween they have a new food item that they're going to be releasing. It's called chocolate chip cookie dough beer. What do you think of this? Danny, I know you're not a drinker, but would you consider drinking chocolate chip cookie dough beer?
I'm looking this up.
What about chocolate chip cookie dough root beer?
Nope, this is regular beer, Tyson. Don't try to soften the blow.
Well, I was trying to soften it for Danny to maybe get him to give us an affirmative on it.
The problem is I don't like cookie dough.
Me neither.
Oh, wow. Why not?
Tyson, let's be best friends. This could be the thing that makes us best friends. The fact that it just doesn't taste as good as everybody tells me it does.
Yeah, and it's got raw eggs in it.
Yeah. which is an issue.
So
Yeah,
here's
that's an
the
issue for
thing.
me.
So it's chocolate chip cookie dough beer, 6% alcohol, and it's brewed with chocolate and vanilla, and they are raising money for climate change advocacy. Boy, I think that there would have been a lot of better ways for Ben and Jerry's to raise money for climate change than chocolate chip cookie dough beer. It sounds like Ben and Jerry are not that serious about raising money for climate change.
Yeah, they wanted to give a little bit or make it look like they were giving some.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're doing something that is going to be knowledgeable, or we're going to raise awareness, we're going to raise money, and we have this thing. It's called orange toothpaste.
Will I be able to buy this with a
Toothpaste, yeah, orange juice
Orange juice.
toothpaste flavor.
Oh, that's so good.
So last year they came up with Ben and Jerry's salted caramel brownie ale. So
That
this
sounds
is
better.
this is a reoccurring event, it appears.
Yeah, and how'd that sell?
They don't say.
Yeah,
Ooh,
probably not good.
sweeping it all under the rug, and none
Yeah.
of us are the wiser.
This sounds terrible. Chocolate chip cookie dough beer.
But you'll have to try it, Rob.
I'll try it, but I can't imagine that this is going to be any good or that anybody's going to spend that much money on it to raise money for climate change.
In the article, the people that have tried it said it's pretty good.
Okay. Well, if they say so, I mean, put this with the grass soda.
Yeah, grass soda, yuck.
Yeah, maybe if they're trying to say like, hey, that if you don't do climate change advocacy, then a bunch of things that you're not going to like are going to happen. And you're going to have cookie dough beer. Maybe that, but to say that cookie dough beer is good, pay us for it, and we'll give the money to climate change. That seems like a stretch to me.
Why not just give some of your millions to climate change without creating a new product that uses precious resources?
Yeah, that's good.
Right?
Yeah, because don't they have to open an entirely new factory to get this beer going? So it's just like pumping.
Yeah, but what's another
Waste
factory
into
in
the-
China? They've already got
That's
so
true.
many. It's just like a drop in the ocean.
Yeah, that is true.
A drop of cookie dough in your beer.
Yeah.
Well, Rob, you'll
Well-
have to try it and then tell Tyson and I how gross it is.
I will. It's going to be available in beer shops starting on Monday.
So just go to your local beer shop.
Yeah, check that out. All right. This is a story sent to us by April Wheeland. A Portland DJ is opening up a limited time only haunted house strip club in Portland this weekend. It's designed to be both sexy and scary, as well as an educational experience for people who are not familiar with strip club etiquette.
I already know how this should be built. I have so many ideas right now.
Okay, what is it?
It should be like women with babies and cesarean scars and like genital herpes.
Oh no!
As the haunted house.
That's the haunted house. Like, hey,
A spooky night out, Tyson, at the strip club. Could the spooky strip club get you to come out to the strip club?
Probably less than that could.
Oh,
No, I'm not really a strip club guy.
you don't strike me
But-
as a strip club guy.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I like regular haunted stuff. Rachel
Tyson-
is
I think it's
Rachel's-
a regular strip clubs.
yeah. Rachel's terrified of
Strip
Halloween
clubs?
stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Of strip clubs and Halloween stuff. So I used to take her to haunted houses all the time. And then I'd get the people at the haunted house to specifically target Rachel and scare her really good. And so she stopped going to haunted houses with me.
Would she go to the
Strip
spooky
club.
strip club? Yeah.
Maybe if she could Snapchat it.
I think that Snapchat is frowned upon at the strip club.
Yeah, it probably is.
they need
Yeah.
to
So-
embrace technology. They're going to bring
Yeah.
a lot more customers if they allow
Yeah,
it.
that's why they're falling behind.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting. You think that it would be better for the strip club? I wonder how business is for strip clubs. I have to feel like it's got to be only worse
the
since
decline.
yeah, I feel like that probably maybe the 80s might have been the height of the strip club era, maybe the 90s. And then I
strip
think
club
that,
craze
yeah,
of
when
the
it was like,
90s.
oh, I could just stay home and see naked people.
Yeah, those were simpler times.
Yeah, I don't have to buy all these drinks.
It's less awkward and a lot more clean if you stay home.
Yeah, but I bet you could get better seats now.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like it would probably be more crowded then. Although I don't necessarily.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
If you, I mean, what would be the better seats at the strip club?
You can get right next to the pole.
Yeah, but then I feel like then right, you can be right next to the pole, but then I feel like that the less people there are, the more that you're sort of like really that I feel like you're harassed quite a bit there.
Yeah. You're getting too much attention.
Yeah.
Too much attention.
Yeah,
is
you
great.
do not
He's
want to
like,
get
How much
harassed.
money do I have?
Yeah. Yeah, you take just $1 bills, that'll last you a whole evening.
Yeah, no, I think they want more than that.
Well, that's all they're going to get, and they can't be picky because you're the only guy there.
Yeah.
So you can give them whatever you want.
According to the DJ who set this up, the theme of the club is the 7 deadly strip club sins, and visitors will learn through their visit what not to do at the strip club and get a spooky night out.
So
what are the
finally
7 deadly sins of the strip club, Tyson?
Touching the strippers is probably one.
Touching?
Yeah.
No Snapchat?
No,
I don't know if that's a deadly sin, but it could be something.
Probably Snapchat better than, say, like Instagram, because at least the Snapchat goes away.
Yeah, that's true. Supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the Snapchat servers are the same, are the NSA servers, right? Aren't they the same?
I'm not sure. Like everything is all the same.
Well, I think all the
Okay.
servers for all those social media things are in some kind of NSA bunker.
Yeah.
Probably.
And
You would think
President
so.
Obama just goes down there and watches
He's
everything.
he's always just looking at everybody's Snapchats.
So I heard you guys got the Snapchat spooky haunted house
Strip club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's the only deadly sin I can think of. Not tipping, maybe not tipping enough.
Not tipping enough. And what
Yeah.
happens to you? Then you get murdered?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know in this haunted. Probably nothing. Probably they just like get some wipe some bodily fluid on your face.
Oh my gosh.
No.
See,
Oh,
look at how scared Danny was. Did you see how scared Danny got right there?
I'm so scared, Tyson.
That's exactly.
I would be
This
screaming.
thing writes itself.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. Danny, if we got you in the hazmat suit, would you go check out the spooky strip club?
Yes, I'm in a hazmat suit. I got a good headlamp on. I'm there.
Okay. All right. One other story. We try to avoid getting too far into the political news, but this might be as news AF as it gets. Amanda Fallon sent us about Eric Trump, son of the Republican candidate for president Donald Trump. That Eric Trump, he made people very angry this week when he visited an In-N-Out. And apparently the photo shows Eric Trump clearly holding an In-N-Out water cup that is filled with lemonade, indicating that he did not pay for the beverage. Tyson, do you have any thoughts on this matter?
It could be a urine sample.
It could
I mean,
be.
yellow. Yellow in a cup does not always constitute lemonade.
Yes.
But yeah, I've gotten in trouble for this before. When I was a college student, I got a water cup with my Whopper. It was at Burger King. Is this where he
Yes.
was at Burger King too?
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out burger.
Okay, so I had my Whopper and I drank my water. And on the way out, I was like, I gotta rinse that water taste out of my mouth. That's gross.
Yeah,
Right.
So
naturally.
So I squirt a little fruit punch in there, just like a swig. And I drink it, and the manager comes out and is like, you have to buy a drink. And I was like, what? He's like, I saw you do that. You have to buy a drink or we're going to call the cops. I was like, I had a little swig, dude. And he's like, no, it doesn't matter. Like, that's stealing. So I threw $1 on the ground and left.
Wow.
Yeah, let he who has not stolen soda cast the first stone.
Yeah,
Yeah, soda's cheaper than
here's
water.
Eric Trump. I don't know if you could see that. Here he is, and he's holding in his hand the cup with the water cup with lemonade. That is with Eric Trump at an In-N-Out burger.
These Trumps just think they can do whatever they want.
Well, let me just say that devil's advocate here. Let me say, in fairness to Eric Trump, I mean, we don't have video of this. We just have the picture of him. For all we know, that Eric Trump walked into In-N-Out Burger. They said, hey, Eric, can we get you something to drink? He said, yeah, can I get a lemonade? Somebody goes behind the counter. They go and get him a lemonade. We have no evidence to at least support the fact that Eric Trump said, I don't want to pay for anything. can I just get a glass of a courtesy cup for water? And then Eric Trump went and stole lemonade. We have no evidence.
also,
this.
By the way,
this could be a conspiracy.
Yeah, he's not supporting a platform of water cups are for water only. That's not on the bullet point of Trump programs.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. And the people who are criticizing him, as I just said earlier, everybody has taken soda illegally, whether they've shared a sip with a friend or they've had a friend give them their drink afterwards. We're basically all guilty of this crime.
Yeah.
So it's like
soda is cheaper than water. So those stores that are soda vendors should be praying that we steal soda from them because it's pennies on the dollar compared to water.
maybe a lot of people feel like lemonade is a gray area because it's got so much water in it. You know, there's none of that Coke syrup or Pepsi syrup. It's like, oh, this is close enough to water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is also they could have been out of soda cups.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're like,
Also-
we're out of soda cups. Will this work?
Is
And
it
he's like,
possible?
yes, I'm very gracious.
Now, I had read also that I believe Jay-Z was going to be doing a pro-Hillary concert coming up here in the next few days. Is it possible that this was solidarity for Beyonce, Tyson?
Lemonade.
I
I
see.
get it. It could be, and that will be the new drink of choice for anyone showing solidarity for Beyonce.
Although I think Beyonce has come out anti-Trump also, so I don't know if necessarily that is. But look, there's lots of reasons why you could make a case about being, if you really wanted to pile on Trump, you certainly have lots of. This is not a story to pile on any Trump.
Yeah, this is small. This is small beans or whatever.
Small
What is
potatoes.
this
So
thing?
I stand
And
with Eric Trump on this issue. I
Oh,
don't
so
think
you're
he did
for
anything
Eric
wrong.
Trump.
I'm more.
Be careful, Rob.
He's
Yeah.
an
Can't
American
support
hero.
anything
You
or
said
anyone.
you think
Look,
he's an American hero.
I will go on Trump TV and say I don't think that Eric Trump was in the wrong here.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're aligning yourself pre-Trump TV, trying to get yourself a show.
No, News AF show. I like it. Okay,
Yeah,
Rob.
no,
Yeah.
take one for the team,
Well,
Rob.
look,
No,
if we'll pitch News AF wherever it goes.
Okay.
All right. Well, good stuff. Do we have any ideas for the hashtag today? For is it Happy Anniversary News AF?
Well, is that
Yeah.
too long?
Probably.
Anniversary AF.
And
What
AF
was the
anniversary.
Bone song? The Ken Bone. Bad to the Ken Bone.
Bad to the Ken Bone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Let's go with that. How about that? All right. Well, this was what a year it's been, Danny. How has your life changed for the better over the last year?
I feel more alive. I have a lot more energy on Tuesday mornings. I just feel more alert. I make a lot more money now. I drive a nicer car. I'm
Wow.
going to get a down payment on a yacht. So it's really done a lot to change my life being on News AF.
It's all happening, Tyson.
It's all happening for me.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
It's all coming together.
it's all coming
Finally,
together.
I
All right,
deserve
well,
this.
If you want to be a part of the magic of the News AF Facebook group, you could look for Group AF on Facebook. Read the kind words from Jen Manning and David Baltazar that we don't have enough time in the show to get to. That's all there. If you want to subscribe to the News AF podcast, you can go to newsaf.news. And of course, send us your tips at newsaf.news. And of course, special happy anniversary to News AF intern Lita, who has for a year plus has been really just killing it, curating all of the News AF stories.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. We have
Yeah.
we did also get a lot of great reviews this week.
Well, that would be a great gift for the anniversary of News AF, for the podcast that has everything. Only more reviews is what we need on our iTunes page at newsaf.news.
Yeah. Do you want me to read one?
Sure, give us one.
Okay. I'm just reading them based on, I'll read one of the older ones. Oh, there's so many, dude. Okay. These Guys Help Me Parent by Dana Marie. Let's face it, it's an ugly world out there. Other podcasts will talk about this ugliness, politics and war and crime. Yuck. Not News AF. Together, the podcast
Only
boys.
lemonade.
Yep.
Mhm.
We're the podcast boys. Together, the podcast boys talk about the stuff I want my kids to learn. Are they going to be talking about the election on the playground? Are they going to be discussing the war by the monkey bars? No. My kids will be educated in Ken Bone, pizza ATMs, and the clown phenomenon. You know, things that matter. Things that are really important. I'm doing my part to make this world a less ugly and brighter place by having my kids listen to News AF with me. It's my parental duty. If you were a responsible parent, you'd do the same.
Wow. That's a great American. That's a great American right there.
I think at least make sure your kids are like 13 before they listen to News AF.
No, in the crib. Maybe do those things where you put it on the womb and let them listen. Like people do Mozart. No. News AF.
News AF.
Danny's kids listen to News AF.
They do. And actually, we were listening to an episode just a couple days ago, and Tyson was using some choice language, and we were talking a lot about boners. And I kept looking back at my kids to see how much they were taking in, and then I decided to fade the music all the way up front.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So not suitable for kids. NSFK.
Young kids.
Yeah, young kids.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I think teenagers, it's okay.
So you're saying I need to check myself?
No, don't check yourself. I will be the one who decides what's good for my kids, or otherwise, what's the point of being a parent? So you just do your thing.
Yeah, you got to make that call. All right. Kirsten in the Facebook group says, I feel like Danny has a lot of cavities. Danny, is that true?
Most of my mouth is metal from dental work. So I actually had a cavity just last week that got filled. So thank you for reminding me of that terrible experience.
Wow. What'd you fill it with?
I don't know what they fill it with. They just drill, and I don't even know what they're doing in there. They could just be pretending the whole time to do something. And they're like, okay, here's our bill. Because I really don't know what goes on.
Come back in 6 months and we'll see if you have any more cavities.
Oh, look, mysteriously, you have another black spot. Let us fix that. And you're like, I don't know what you're doing in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true. It's a whole racket.
It's a racket. All right.
Can't believe you blew the lid off of this thing.
We'll be back with more News AF coming up next week. Tyson, is this the week we have to do it on Halloween?
Yeah.
It's going to be a Halloween AF special live from the Portland Strip Club.
I will not be there, but
that's where the guys' trip was going to be, Danny.
No, we were going to go to the mountains. Unless you get me a hazmat suit, I am not going to that strip club.
Yes. Okay.
Hazmat.
Hazmat it is. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you next Monday for News AF. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.
See you.